improve cortisol. Exercise is a really big one, and a really empowered that can lower stress hormones. And also,
Hi everybody, and welcome to the Kidney Coach YouTube channel. I am naturopath and co-founder of the Kidney Disease Solution and Kaigenesis, Fiona and I'm joined again today by another amazing naturopath, Emily Cahill. So why don't you start, Emily, with a bit of a definition of what you perceive, and if a patient came in and you're thinking, well, they're stressed and they may not have recognized that. So what is it? What is stress? Like, what does it look like? How do we define it? And how do we know if our patients are stressed?
I think there's a few different things we need to think about when we're assessing stress or talking about stress, because I'll often have clients coming in, and when I start to talk about their stress levels, oh no, my stress isn't very high. I can manage it, all those sorts of things, because people perceive stress as just being that feeling of feeling stressed or overwhelmed, like that sort of, I guess, emotional connection to what they think stress feels like. And yes, that's certainly a part of stress, and it's certainly something that we talk about. But we also need to look at stress, in its bigger context, which is anything that is that I guess is stressful on the body, or anything that puts the body out of balance, or anything that the body needs to work harder to deal with. So yes, our emotions are definitely a massive part of that, and that can definitely affect our physiology of our body. But also the food we eat can potentially be stressful on our body. The toxins that we're exposed to is another form of stress. Physical activity, too much or too little, can be stressful on the body.
How do you treat stress?
So I think the first step is in getting people to recognize if they are stressed, because, if someone doesn't feel like they're stressed or doesn't recognize that they are stressed, or the effect that it could be having on their body, then they have no reason to do anything about it. So that's sort of the first thing that I go through. And then, there are some great ways that we know can help lower stress and improve cortisol. Exercise is a really big one, and a really important one, because, as Fiona said, we do need a way to burn off this cortisol in the body, and exercise is a really good way to do that. I like to, if people are open to it, start, talk a bit about doing, whether it be meditation. Meditation definitely can be super helpful, but some people are not interested, so maybe it's breathing techniques. And there's certain ways that we can change our breathing that can actually help to switch on our parasympathetic nervous system, which, then lowers the production of cortisol and our stress hormones. Getting people to connect with what brings them joy. I think too often we are so busy with work or family or, finances and all of these sorts of things that we actually forget to carve out time in our day or in our week to do something that we're just doing because we enjoy it. And so getting people to sort of connect back with that, spending time in nature as well for some people. There's actually, a lot of research on how that can lower stress hormones. And also, there's sort of certain herbs that can be really helpful at having that, helping the body sort of to adapt to what's going on and balancing out cortisol. So whether that be someone whose cortisol levels are too high and we need to lower them, or whether it be someone who, is being through chronic long-term stress and whose cortisol levels are actually too low, and we actually need to help to improve them.
And what are your favorite herbs?
probably one of my favorites would be withania. I really love withania for helping to balance out that cortisol in the body, as well as, having an effect on things like anxiety and fatigue and a lot of those symptoms that can come along when someone is stressed.
If you've liked this video, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the like button. That means you'll get notified anytime we create new content. And thank you again for joining me and sharing your wisdom with everybody. And I think I said hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.